is Saturday morning. Happy to announce that we have our puppies are here. Eva ended up having them Thursday late in the afternoon. So a little bit of how the labor started. So it was like 2:30 in the morning. She had to go potty, which we know we're on call for. Fiona goes twice a night, so we've been listening for her. So I brought her out. She went potty, she came back in, and then I proceeded to go back to bed after she gets a lot of little meals now. And she was whining again, so I came in to see, and then I realized, she's acting funny. So panting and showing a lot of nesting. So I'm like, oh, must be today's our day. So I took her downstairs, half asleep, and you know, we got our day started. I figured, well, it's gonna be probably hours before she goes into actual labor. Pre-labor can take a very long time, especially for Great Danes. So my husband woke up, come down about 4 a.m. it was, and she's laying on the couch, and all of a sudden we hear a lot of water. I'm like, or a gushing sound. So she moves, and she had like stretched out on her belly, so her water had broke. I'm like, oh boy, maybe she was in pre-labor before, and she wasn't panting, so I thought that was kind of odd, but it can happen. So she broke her water on the couch. I said, oh, we got to get her back upstairs, and this is the whelping room. This is where we are now, and get her ready. So she did a lot of panting and nesting and all the signs. And traditionally how it's been for us is if there's hours of pre-labor, like panting, pacing, digging, and it takes a long time. And then eventually the puppies come down the canal and burst the water, and so once the water comes, the puppies aren't far behind. So I thought that must be the case this time too, but no, we had hours and hours of just panting and nesting. I would check her. I didn't feel any of the puppies in the canal. So after about 7 hours of that, because I'm like, oh, sometimes it takes a while, I did call our reproductive vet and discuss with them my concerns. And well, it's been 7 hours. She's not pushing, but she's contracting a lot, and she's panting. It kind of made me nervous where she wasn't pushing, because sometimes that can happen. So, you know, she gave me a couple decisions, so I decided, well, I'm gonna bring Eva in just to have her checked out. I wanna make sure she's okay. Every time she did contract, then they rest. When she did rest, you could see the puppies moving, so I wasn't worried about the puppies' physical health at all. I'm like, no, they're still moving, they're mobile, they're doing good. But I was concerned where she wasn't pushing, and it had been like 8 hours of just panting. They can get exhausted. And we had kind of a bad x-ray, so I wasn't really sure. I knew I had at least 6 we saw, but wasn't sure if there was more. So I'm like, so me and my husband made a decision to bring her in, have her checked out. So when we got in there, I was at the point of like 9 hours into it from just the panting. So we decided, let's just go for C-section, and we did. We ended up, you can hear them. We ended up with a C-section because I wasn't sure if maybe there was well, they did say 6 puppies. Maybe I have a big puppy and it's large somewhere, or maybe I have 2 puppies trying to come out at the same time. A lot of things can go wrong. So we decided to go for C-section. She did great. She did have 6 puppies. Puppies are good size. I mean, like 24 ounces, 25 ounces, which is a good size. But I figured if we did have a smaller litter, they're going to be bigger. So indeed they are. They are 6 of them, so they're bigger. Even the smallest one isn't really that small, but she's the littlest. She's an average to a good size on a Ebby litter, where Ebby has like 12. So these guys are all healthy. They all came out kicking and screaming, which is a great sign. They all latched on really well. They scored 10s across the board. So how it is when the repo vet delivers them, they score them. So scored on activity, muscle tone, the heart rate, mucous membrane color. They take that into consideration. Respiratory rate, reflexing when stressed. So if they're touching them, the puppies are moving back. So those all get points. And they all scored very well, like a perfect 10. They all did pretty good. Their heart rates were good. Their respiratory rates. So yeah, our biggest puppy is 25.6 and the littlest one is 18.2. So those are really still good, all over a pound, good size puppies. It's kind of cool because they give me, score sheet they give them, and you can see all our puppies scored 10s, and then down there, and it's kind of cool because like all the heart rate, everything, and the horn, which I think is awesome because I can match up, okay, puppy number 1. So I like that scoring system. It kind of gives you an idea. And if any of you watched my video on Nala's puppies, he came out with all 0s. He wasn't responsive. He wasn't anything. They had to resuscitate him, and then they got him going, and he was a 10 when he left. But anyway, so let's take a look at the puppies. She's on pain meds. I send her home with pain meds, and we keep up on that. We keep giving her small meals, good meals, better than normal. So without further ado, here's her 6 little babies. So these two are fawn mantles. This is a boy, the only boy in the whole litter. This is obviously a little girl. And let's see if she's eating or just sitting here. Oh, she's eating. They're both eating, so is he eating? Oh, he's not eating. So look at this little hunk of a ham. Oh, he's going, he's active. So he's a little fawn mantle, and I'm just over the moon with them. I'm partial to mantles, so that's all it takes. So white tip tails. So she had 2 of those ones, our only boy and a little girl. She's super cute too. Let's see if she's still eating, or else I'd show you her face. Yeah, she ain't giving it up. So here is our brindle marrows. You can see the brindling already coming out on these little babies. And believe it or not, they'll look similar to this color, but they'll have marrow mixed in with this. They're very cool looking, and it's cool to watch them change. So this is a little girl. So she is number 2 for being the biggest, and then this is actually the smallest one, but she's still over 18 ounces, so she's over a pound. And then we have 2 of the brindles, fully brindles. They're not mantles. They do have white tipped toes, and one does have a slightly tipped tail, but little yellow lady does. But she may outgrow it before she actually even goes home. So these are both girls too, and it's going to be so neat just to see the colors change. This color fawn will pop like the mother's tan color. So this tan will be as bright as Eva's, and this one doesn't look like it has a lot of brindling like her, but as they get older, the brindling just comes out. This puppy will look like a total different puppy at 8 weeks old. Pretty much all of them will be very light, like these dark colors. You see Maggie, this is her sibling rather, and so you'll see that color lightening up. This she's actually already lighter. She's pretty. She's so cute. She does have a white tip tail too. So let's see, this one was actually the biggest. She was the 25 point something. So these 3 right here were all the the bigger ones. But I mean, the whole litter's big. I'm happy with the size. Definitely happy puppies. You know, that's our main goal, just to get a, yep, right up there, honey, is to get a healthy puppy. I mean, look at that face. Mama's stretching out. So, we don't use heating pads here. I just get nervous with that. I did use a heating pad when I had a singleton, but you can see when these guys get cold, they'll snug right up to mom or each other. If they're hot, then they'll come away and take a nap away from her. Hello, sunshine. But she's doing well. She's been taking care of these babies actually since they woke her up from her C-section, which is anybody that's familiar with C-sections, it usually takes a day or two for mom to come around after being under anesthesia to take care of them. But Eva, as soon as she woke up, she was looking for him. So she is a, you know, a seasoned mom. So look at this tail. Somebody's under there eating. Oh, it's her. The little fawn mantle. Get it straight. So yeah, she's under there eating, wagging her little tail. And you'll see their tails go when they're eating. Sometimes they get so excited. She's cleaning them up. So she'll snooze, go potty, come in and clean up these babies. Just checking them all. Then you'll start hearing them groan because they're putting up a fuss. So this is the crew, all 6 of them. Cleaning them up. So she's doing all the care for them. I'm not really doing anything but caring for her. So checked her temp this morning. It's great. So that's just like a follow-up that we do. Check her temp. And she'll be still panting off and on a little bit because the uterus is contracting down to its size. So that's normal. But we try to keep her, you know, with good things to drink besides water. She can get water every day. And we keep this meals coming to her. So, and she won't eat plain dog food on a normal day. So it's got to be as well with the puppies. The rest of the crew is excited and they can smell. They're probably dying to see them. But as the puppies get older, sometimes we'll let, you know, like Fiona come in and take a peek. But she's pretty much has her own room. She's in here with them. Nobody comes in and shares it with them. She has a baby gate if I want to leave the door open for air circulation and stuff. But this is it. Our other dogs, they all, some of the girls are finally coming into heat. Not the ones that we have planned littered for, but we may decide to sneak in another litter just because I am home now from the COVID. I do have more time. I did plan on having Nala's litter, which didn't work out, so I may sneak a litter in there that's not on my agenda. So it'll be a surprise. I'm not going to say anything until it's confirmed and done. And my families that didn't get their little boys they wanted will be added to that, and they will be at the top of that list. But we do still have Magnolia in the winter, and we have Lexi that we are still waiting to come into heat. She's taken her time. So those litters are posted on our page and have a waiting list. This other litter is nobody knows about. It will be happening hopefully this coming week. If it does, then that's the plan. But if it doesn't, then nobody knows. There's no problem. But we'll see. Yeah, I have more time and I have the space. Nala's made 100% recovery. She's doing well from her singleton. She's back with her crew playing. She kind of had been all along because she only had the one. So we do have some free time on my hands. So we may just remedy that with one of my other girls that are coming into heat. Stay tuned and thank you for watching us.